Stop everything you're doing because this could be the most important message you'll ever hear. Yes, you read that right. God Himself has just released a powerful gift with your name on it, and it's packed with unimaginable wealth and prosperity. But here's the shocking truth. This blessing is not for everyone, only those who are ready to claim it right now. Don't believe it? That's exactly why you need to keep watching. This opportunity won't last forever, and if you ignore it, you could miss out on the riches that are destined to transform your life. So what's stopping you from unlocking the abundance that's been waiting for you? Time is running out, and this divine gift won't wait. Click to discover how you can make this blessing yours before it's too late. Transformation is not just about change, it's about a complete renewal that redefines who you are. Imagine your life turning around, not by chance, but through a divine intervention that was meant specifically for you. This is the kind of transformation that brings peace, joy, and prosperity where there was once struggle and doubt. It's like planting a seed and watching it grow into a towering tree, providing shade and fruit not only for you but for those around you. This process begins when you open your heart and mind to the possibilities that faith brings into your life. For those who have faced challenges and setbacks, transformation can feel like a distant dream. But this isn't just about wishful thinking. It's about embracing the belief that your circumstances can and will change. Sometimes, it's as simple as shifting your perspective, allowing yourself to see that every hardship is a stepping stone to something greater. Picture yourself breaking free from old habits, letting go of what no longer serves you, and stepping into a new chapter filled with abundance. The key is to trust the process and remain open to the unexpected ways in which this transformation will unfold. Transformation often begins internally before it manifests in the physical world. It's about cultivating the mindset that aligns with your deepest desires, whether that's financial prosperity, peace, or a sense of purpose. Think of it as preparing the soil before planting seeds. You can't expect a bountiful harvest if the groundwork isn't laid properly. When you nurture your thoughts with positivity and faith, you create an environment ripe for miracles to happen. This divine transformation is not just for the lucky few. It's for anyone willing to believe that their life can be renewed in ways they've never imagined. Every transformation starts with a single step. It could be a small act of kindness, a moment of forgiveness, or even a commitment to change your daily habits. These actions, though seemingly insignificant, set the stage for a life-altering shift. Just as a river carves out a canyon over time, consistent, faith-driven actions can create monumental changes in your life. Consider starting your day with a moment of reflection or gratitude. These small rituals might seem trivial, but they are the building blocks of a transformed life. The divine is ready to guide you, but you must take that first step. As you journey through this transformation, challenges will inevitably arise. However, these obstacles are not meant to break you, they are designed to strengthen you. It's easy to lose sight of your goals when faced with difficulties, but remember, diamonds are created under pressure. The same principle applies to your life. Every setback is a setup for a comeback, and every delay is part of a divine timing that ensures you receive the best. Embrace these moments with patience and faith, knowing that they are integral to your growth and ultimate renewal. Your transformation is already in motion, even if you can't see it yet. Often, the most profound changes happen beneath the surface, where they are not immediately visible. Like a caterpillar in a cocoon, your life might seem stagnant or even regressive, but this is just part of the metamorphosis. Trust that what seems like a standstill is actually a period of preparation. Soon enough, you will break free from the cocoon, transformed into something far greater than before. The key is to maintain faith during these quiet times, knowing that your breakthrough is on its way. Sometimes, The transformation requires letting go of what's familiar and comfortable. It's not always easy to release old patterns or relationships, but doing so creates space for new blessings to enter your life. Imagine trying to carry a heavy load uphill. Eventually, you'll need to lighten the burden to keep moving forward. The same applies to your journey of transformation. By releasing what no longer serves you, you make room for the new opportunities, new relationships, and new levels of prosperity. The act of letting go is not a loss but a gain, as it paves the way for the divine to work in your life. Transformation is a continuous process, not a one-time event. As you grow and evolve, new challenges will present themselves, but so will new strengths. Think of your journey as climbing a mountain. Each step brings you closer to the summit, but the path is winding and steep. Yet, with every obstacle you overcome, you gain a clearer view of what lies ahead. It's important to stay committed to your path, even when the climb feels overwhelming. The reward is not just in reaching the top, but in the person you become along the way. This is the essence of divine transformation. Faith plays a crucial role in your transformation. It's what sustains you when doubts creep in and what propels you forward when the way seems uncertain. Faith is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's like planting a garden. Without faith, you wouldn't bother watering the seeds because you wouldn't believe they would grow. But with faith, you tend to them daily, knowing that in time, they will blossom. In the same way, your transformation requires daily acts of faith, believing that the changes you seek are already happening, even if you can't see them yet. One practical way to nurture your transformation is through daily affirmations. Start each morning by speaking life into your goals and dreams. Affirmations like, "I am deserving of abundance," "My life is filled with blessings," and "I am in the process of becoming the best version of myself," can shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. These words, when spoken with conviction, have the power to change the course of your day, and ultimately your life. Remember, what you speak into existence often becomes your reality. So, choose words that reflect the transformation you desire. It's also essential to celebrate your progress along the way. Transformation is not about perfection, it's about progress. Every small victory deserves recognition, as it propels you forward and reinforces your commitment to change. Too often, people focus on how far they still have to go rather than how far they've already come. Take a moment to acknowledge your achievements, no matter how minor they seem. This simple act of gratitude will fuel your motivation and keep you moving in the right direction. Remember, each step you take brings you closer to the life you've envisioned. As you embrace this journey of transformation, be patient with yourself. Change takes time, and there will be moments when it feels like nothing is happening. But just as seeds take time to sprout, your transformation requires patience and nurturing. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate results, but trust that the process is working behind the scenes. Keep tending to your goals with consistency and faith, knowing that the harvest will come in due time. The divine timing may not align with your expectations, but it's always perfect for your growth and ultimate fulfillment. Throughout this process, remain open to divine guidance. Sometimes, the path you've mapped out for yourself isn't the one that will lead to your greatest transformation. Be willing to pivot and adjust your plans as needed, trusting that each detour is leading you closer to your destiny. Divine guidance often comes in subtle whispers, a gut feeling, a chance encounter, or an unexpected opportunity. Stay attuned to these signs and be ready to act when they present themselves. Your transformation is not a solo endeavor, it's a partnership with the divine, who is orchestrating your journey towards renewal. Transformation is also about embracing the unknown. It's natural to want to control every aspect of your life, But true transformation requires surrender. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting that the divine has a plan for you, even if you can't see it yet. It's like driving in the fog. You may not be able to see far ahead, but you trust that the road continues. By releasing the need for certainty, you open yourself up to possibilities beyond your imagination. This act of faith is what allows transformation to occur, as it creates space for miracles to enter your life. In this journey, you may find that your desires and goals evolve. As you grow, so do your aspirations. What once seemed important may no longer hold the same value, and that's okay. Transformation is about aligning with your highest self, and sometimes that means letting go of old dreams to make room for new ones. This doesn't mean you've failed, it means you're evolving. Embrace this evolution with grace, knowing that it's part of your journey towards living a life that truly reflects who you are. Your transformation is not just about changing your life, but about discovering who you were meant to be. Faith is the foundation of everything you hope for in life. It's the belief that what you can't see yet is already on its way. Think of faith as the bridge between your desires and their manifestation. It's like planting a seed in the soil. Even though you can't see what's happening beneath the surface, you trust that in time, it will sprout and grow. This faith is not just a passive belief. It's an active expectation that God's blessings are already headed your way. The more you nurture this faith, the stronger it becomes, paving the way for your desires to come to fruition. Expectation, on the other hand, is the energy that fuels your faith. It's the mindset that says, "I know it's coming." Imagine a child waiting for their birthday, confident that gifts are on the way. They don't doubt it for a moment, they expect it. That's the kind of expectation you need to cultivate. When you combine faith with this powerful expectation, you create a magnetic force that draws blessings into your life. It's not just about wishing for something to happen. It's about knowing that it will. This certainty is what turns dreams into reality, and prayers into answered blessings. To maintain faith and expectation, it's essential to guard your thoughts. Negative thoughts are like weeds that choke the life out of your faith. When doubt starts to creep in, you must consciously choose to focus on God's promises instead. Think of it like tuning a radio to the right frequency. If you're on the wrong station, all you get is static. But when you adjust to the right frequency, the message comes through loud and clear. In the same way, keep your mind tuned to thoughts of faith and expectation, and you'll find that God's blessings are easier to receive. Faith isn't just a one-time decision, it's a daily practice. Every morning, renew your commitment to believe that God's blessings are on the way. Just as you wouldn't skip breakfast, don't skip your daily dose of faith. Start your day with a positive affirmation, something like, "Today, I expect God's favor in everything I do." By consistently feeding your mind with these affirmations, you strengthen your faith and keep your expectations high. Over time, this practice will become second nature, and you'll find yourself living in a state of constant readiness to receive God's blessings. Expectation is not about being passive, it's about actively preparing for what you believe is coming. If you expect rain, you carry an umbrella. If you expect a guest, you prepare your home. In the same way, if you expect God's blessings, you prepare yourself to receive them. This might mean taking practical steps toward your goals, like improving your skills, managing your finances better, or simply being open to new opportunities. When you act as if your blessings are already on their way, you create the conditions for them to arrive. It's this combination of faith, expectation, and action that brings about true transformation. One powerful way to maintain your faith and expectation is by surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Just as iron sharpens iron, the company you keep can either strengthen or weaken your faith. Seek out those who share your beliefs and aspirations, people who encourage you to keep believing even when the going gets tough. These relationships are like anchors that keep you grounded in your faith, especially during challenging times. When you're surrounded by others who also expect God's blessings, it becomes easier to maintain your own faith and stay focused on what's to come. Sometimes, faith and expectation require you to take bold steps, even when you're not sure of the outcome. It's like stepping out onto a bridge that you can't fully see. You don't know if it's sturdy, but you trust that it will hold you. This kind of faith is what moves mountains. When you take action based on your expectation of God's blessings, you activate a chain reaction that sets everything in motion. Remember, faith without works is dead. So let your actions be a reflection of your belief that good things are on their way, and watch as doors begin to open. Faith also involves letting go of the need to control everything. It's about surrendering your timeline and trusting God's timing instead. Often, we want things to happen immediately, but God knows the perfect time to deliver His blessings. Think of it like baking a cake. If you take it out of the oven too soon, it won't be ready. The same applies to your blessings. By trusting in God's perfect timing, you free yourself from the anxiety of when, and instead focus on preparing for the what. This shift in mindset allows you to live in peace, knowing that what you've prayed for is on its way. It's important to celebrate small victories along the way. These are the signs that your faith and expectation are working. Too often, people overlook the small blessings, waiting for the big ones to arrive. But remember, big blessings are often made up of many small ones. By acknowledging and appreciating these small wins, you reinforce your faith and keep your expectation high. It's like receiving a letter in the mail. You may only see the envelope at first, but inside is the message you've been waiting for. Don't dismiss the small blessings. They are the evidence that more is on the way. Gratitude plays a crucial role in maintaining faith and expectation. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your energy from lack to abundance. It's easy to get caught up in what you don't have, but gratitude reminds you of all the good that's already in your life. This shift in focus not only strengthens your faith, but also increases your expectation of more blessings. Gratitude is like watering a plant. The more you water it, the more it grows. By cultivating a grateful heart, you create fertile ground for God's blessings to take root and flourish. Faith and expectation are also about consistency. It's not enough to believe one day and doubt the next. Consistency is key to seeing your desires manifest. Imagine an athlete training for a marathon. They don't just run when they feel like it. They train every day, rain or shine. The same discipline is required in your faith journey. By consistently expecting good things and maintaining your faith, you build momentum that carries you forward, even when challenges arise. This steady, unwavering belief is what allows God's blessings to flow into your life without interruption. Sometimes, faith means believing even when there's no evidence to support your belief. It's easy to have faith when everything is going well, but true faith is tested in the fire. Think of it as walking through a dark tunnel. You may not see the light yet, but you trust that it's there. During these times, hold on to your expectation with even greater conviction. Know that God's blessings are not determined by your circumstances, but by His promises. By standing firm in your faith, even in the face of adversity, you show that your trust in God is unshakable, paving the way for your breakthrough. It's also important to remember that faith and expectation should be rooted in love, not fear. Sometimes, people try to manifest blessings out of a fear of lack or failure. But true faith is motivated by love, love for God, love for yourself, and love for the journey you're on. When your faith is rooted in love, It's pure, strong, and unwavering. This kind of faith attracts blessings naturally because it aligns with the highest good. So let go of any fears that might be holding you back, and embrace the love that fuels your faith and expectation. As you continue on this journey, keep your eyes on the bigger picture. Sometimes, blessings don't arrive in the way you expect. They might come disguised as challenges or detours. But remember, God's plan is always bigger and better than anything you could imagine. Trust that every twist and turn is leading you closer to your ultimate destination. By maintaining your faith and expectation, you stay open to the unexpected ways in which God's blessings might manifest. This openness is what allows you to receive blessings beyond your wildest dreams. Faith and expectation are not just about receiving, they're also about giving. When you live in a state of faith, you naturally want to share your blessings with others. This act of giving not only blesses those around you but also reinforces your own faith. It's a cycle of abundance that keeps on giving. By sharing your blessings, you show that you truly believe there's always more where that came from. This generosity is a testament to your faith and expectation, and it opens the door for even more blessings to flow into your life. Faith and expectation are journeys, not destinations. There will be highs and lows, moments of doubt, and moments of certainty. But through it all, your faith will grow stronger, and your expectation will become more resilient. Embrace the journey with all its twists and turns, knowing that every step you take is bringing you closer to the life you've envisioned. As you continue to cultivate faith and expectation, you'll find that God's blessings are not just something you hope for, they're something you can count on. And that's the power of living with unwavering faith and expectation. Life is full of challenges, and no one is immune to the storms that come our way. These challenges can feel overwhelming, like waves crashing against you with no end in sight. But it's important to remember that you're not facing these storms alone. God is with you, offering strength and guidance every step of the way. It's in these difficult moments that your faith is tested and your character is built. Just as a tree's roots grow deeper during a storm, your connection to God strengthens as you navigate life's challenges with faith. When the winds of adversity blow, it's easy to feel like you're being tossed around with no control. But even in the darkest of times, God's light is always shining, guiding you through. Think of it like a lighthouse in the middle of a stormy sea. No matter how rough the waters get, that light is there to steer you in the right direction. Your job is to keep your eyes fixed on that light, trusting that it will lead you to calmer waters. God never promised a life without storms, but He did promise to be with you in the midst of them. Challenges are not just obstacles, they are opportunities in disguise. Each challenge you face is a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. It's like going to the gym. Every time you lift a heavier weight, your muscles grow. In the same way, every challenge you overcome builds your spiritual muscles, preparing you for even greater things ahead. Instead of asking, "Why me?" when challenges arise, start asking, "What can I learn from this?" By shifting your perspective, you turn every setback into a setup for a comeback, knowing that God is using these challenges to shape you. It's natural to feel afraid when facing challenges, but fear is not your enemy, inaction is. Fear is simply an emotion that signals you're stepping out of your comfort zone. The key is to move forward despite the fear, trusting that God is walking with you. Remember the story of David and Goliath. David didn't let the size of the giant intimidate him because he knew that God was on his side. In the same way, no challenge is too big when you have faith. Face your challenges head-on, armed with the knowledge that you are not alone in this battle. One of the greatest tools you have in overcoming challenges is prayer. Prayer is your direct line to God, a way to seek guidance, strength, and peace. When you feel overwhelmed, take a moment to pray. It doesn't have to be complicated. Even a simple "God, help me" is enough. Prayer shifts your focus from the problem to the solution, reminding you that you have a higher power on your side. Just as a ship drops anchor during a storm to stay grounded, let prayer be your anchor, keeping you steady no matter how turbulent life becomes. Another way to overcome challenges is by relying on the strength of community. God often works through the people around you to provide support and encouragement. Don't be afraid to lean on others when times are tough. Whether it's a friend, a family member, or a church group, surrounding yourself with positive, faith-filled people can make all the difference. These relationships are like lifelines, helping you stay afloat when the waters of life get rough. Remember, you were never meant to go through life alone. Together, with God and your community, you can face any challenge that comes your way. Overcoming challenges requires you to change your approach. If you keep hitting a wall, it might be time to try a different path. God often uses challenges to redirect us, to nudge us onto the path that leads to our true purpose. It's like a GPS recalculating when you miss a turn. Instead of seeing challenges as failures, view them as divine redirections. Trust that God knows the way, even when you don't. Be open to changing your plans, knowing that His plans are always for your good, leading you to a place of greater fulfillment and joy. During tough times, it's crucial to maintain a positive mindset. It's easy to get caught up in negativity when things aren't going your way, but remember, your thoughts shape your reality. Just as a gardener pulls out weeds to protect the growth of their plants, you need to weed out negative thoughts to protect your spirit. Focus on the positive aspects of your situation, no matter how small they may seem. Gratitude is a powerful tool that can shift your perspective, turning obstacles into opportunities. By keeping a positive outlook, you attract solutions instead of dwelling on problems. Overcoming challenges also involves trusting in God's timing. Often, we want our problems solved immediately, but God's timing is perfect, even when it doesn't align with our own. It's like waiting for a fruit to ripen. If you pick it too early, it's not ready, but if you wait, it will be sweet and perfect. Trust that God is working behind the scenes, even when you can't see it. Patience is key. Know that delays are not denials, and sometimes the waiting period is where the most growth happens. Hold on to your faith, knowing that in due time, the solution will come. In moments of despair, it's easy to question God's presence. You might wonder why you're facing such difficult challenges if God is truly with you. But remember, even Jesus faced trials and tribulations during His time on earth. These challenges are not a sign of God's absence, but rather, a testament to His trust in your strength. When you look back on your life, you'll often find that the challenges you overcame were the ones that led to your greatest breakthroughs. It's like refining gold. It must go through intense heat to remove impurities. In the same way, the challenges you face are refining you, making you stronger, purer, and more resilient. Each trial you endure is a stepping stone towards the life God has planned for you. So don't shy away from challenges. Embrace them as part of your journey. Know that each challenge brings you one step closer to becoming the person you were meant to be. It's important to remember that challenges don't last forever. Just as storms eventually pass, so too will your difficulties. No matter how dark the night, the dawn always comes. Hold on to this truth when you're in the midst of a challenge. It might feel endless, but God's promise is that joy comes in the morning. Keep pushing forward, even when you feel like you can't take another step. Your perseverance will pay off, and when you emerge on the other side, you'll be stronger, wiser, and more equipped to face whatever comes next. Challenges also teach you the value of resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to rise after you've fallen. It's like a rubber band that stretches but never breaks. With each challenge, your resilience grows, making you more adaptable and capable. God doesn't give you more than you can handle, but He does allow you to be stretched so that you can grow. Embrace the stretching process, knowing that it's building your inner strength. Over time, you'll find that challenges that once seemed insurmountable are now easily overcome, thanks to the resilience you've developed. One of the greatest lessons challenges teach us is humility. When you're at your lowest, you realize that you can't do it all on your own. It's a humbling experience that brings you closer to God, reminding you of your dependence on Him. Humility isn't about weakness. It's about recognizing your need for divine help. When you surrender your pride and ask God for guidance, you open yourself up to His wisdom and strength. This humility is what allows you to overcome challenges with grace, knowing that you're not alone in your struggles. Abundance is not just about having enough to get by. It's about living in a state of overflow where every area of your life is enriched. God's plan for you goes beyond merely meeting your basic needs. He desires to bless you with prosperity that touches every aspect of your existence, financially, spiritually, emotionally, and relationally. Imagine a cup that is not just filled to the brim but is overflowing, spilling out blessings into every corner of your life. This is the level of abundance that God wants for you, a life where blessings are so plentiful that you have more than enough to share with others. Prosperity is often misunderstood as being solely about wealth, but true prosperity encompasses so much more. It's about thriving in every area of your life. Think about a garden that's been well tended. Every plant is healthy, every flower is in bloom, and the fruit is plentiful. This is what prosperity looks like: vibrant, flourishing, and overflowing. When you align yourself with God's plan, this kind of prosperity becomes your reality. It's not just about having money in the bank. It's about experiencing joy, peace, and fulfillment in every area of your life. This is the prosperity that God promises when you walk in His ways. Financial abundance is certainly a part of God's plan, but it's just the beginning. God's desire is to bless you with an abundance that goes beyond material wealth. He wants to fill your life with rich relationships, fulfilling work, and a sense of purpose that gives you deep satisfaction. Imagine waking up each day knowing that your life is filled with meaning, that your work is making a difference, and that your relationships are a source of joy and support. This is the kind of holistic prosperity that God has in store for you, where every aspect of your life is touched by His goodness. It's important to understand that abundance is not something you earn, it's something you receive. God's blessings are a gift, freely given to those who walk in faith and obedience. Just as a parent delights in giving good gifts to their children, God delights in pouring out blessings upon you. However, receiving this abundance requires a mindset shift. Instead of striving to achieve prosperity through your own efforts, focus on aligning yourself with God's will and trusting that He will provide. When you do this, you open the door to blessings that exceed anything you could have imagined. One practical way to step into abundance is through the power of gratitude. Gratitude is like a magnet for blessings. The more you appreciate what you have, the more you attract into your life. Start each day by thanking God for the abundance that already exists in your life, whether it's the roof over your head, the food on your table, or the love of your family. As you cultivate this attitude of gratitude, you'll begin to notice more and more blessings flowing into your life. It's like planting seeds of abundance. Every word of thanks you speak is like watering those seeds, helping them to grow and multiply. Another key to unlocking abundance is generosity. The more you give, the more you receive. This principle is rooted in the belief that there is always more than enough. When you give freely, whether it's your time, resources, or love, you make room for even greater blessings to flow into your life. It's like a river that never runs dry. The more water you let flow through, the more it replenishes itself. By living generously, you demonstrate your trust in God's provision and position yourself to receive His overflowing abundance. Remember, you can never outgive God. His blessings are always more than enough. Abundance also requires a mindset of expectation. If you expect little, you'll receive little. But if you expect abundance, you'll attract it. It's like going to a buffet with a small plate. You'll only get a small portion. But when you approach life with a mindset of abundance, you bring a larger plate, ready to receive all that God has to offer. This expectation is not about greed or entitlement, it's about faith. It's about believing that God's blessings are limitless and that He wants to pour them out on you in full measure. When you live with this expectation, you position yourself to receive the abundance that is rightfully yours. It's also important to remove any limiting beliefs that may be blocking your abundance. Sometimes, people believe they don't deserve to be prosperous or that they should feel guilty for wanting more. But these beliefs are not from God. He wants you to live in abundance so that you can be a blessing to others. It's like flying on a plane. You're instructed to put on your own oxygen mask first before helping others. In the same way, you need to be blessed abundantly so that you have the resources, energy, and capacity to bless those around you. Don't let limiting beliefs keep you from stepping into the fullness of God's plan. God's abundance is not just for you, it's meant to be shared. When you're blessed with more than enough, you have the privilege and responsibility to bless others. This creates a cycle of abundance that benefits everyone involved. Imagine a community where everyone gives and receives freely. There's no lack, only overflow. This is the kind of world God envisions, where His blessings flow through you to touch the lives of others. By living with a generous spirit, you become a conduit for God's blessings, spreading His love and prosperity far and wide. One of the most powerful aspects of God's abundance is that it's not dependent on external circumstances. Even in the midst of challenges, you can experience prosperity because it comes from within. It's like a tree planted by the water. It remains green and fruitful even during a drought. When you're connected to God, your source of abundance is constant, regardless of what's happening around you. This inner prosperity gives you peace and confidence, knowing that your needs will always be met, and more. With God as your source, you are never in lack, only in abundance. To fully step into abundance, you must also embrace your worthiness. Many people struggle with the belief that they are unworthy of God's blessings. But the truth is, you are a beloved child of God, and He delights in blessing you. It's like a parent who loves to surprise their child with gifts, not because the child earned them, but simply because they are loved. In the same way, God's blessings are a reflection of His love for you. By embracing your worthiness, you open your heart to receive the full measure of God's abundance, knowing that it is your birthright as His child. Abundance is also about alignment. When your thoughts, words, and actions are in alignment with God's will, you naturally attract prosperity. It's like tuning into the right frequency on a radio. Once you're aligned, the signal comes through loud and clear. This alignment involves living with integrity, following God's guidance, and trusting in His timing. When you align yourself with His plan, you create a flow of abundance that touches every area of your life. This doesn't mean life will be without challenges, but it does mean that even in difficult times, you'll experience the peace and provision that comes from walking in harmony with God. Another important aspect of abundance is stewardship. God blesses you not just for your own benefit, but so that you can be a good steward of those blessings. This means managing your resources wisely, whether it's your finances, your time, or your talents. Think of it like managing a garden. When you care for it properly, it produces an abundant harvest. In the same way, when you manage God's blessings with wisdom and care, you create more opportunities for abundance to grow. Stewardship is about honoring God with what He's given you, knowing that as you do, He will continue to bless you with even more. Abundance also requires patience. Sometimes, God's blessings take time to manifest, and it's easy to become discouraged in the waiting. But remember, a seed doesn't sprout the moment it's planted. It takes time to grow and bear fruit. In the same way, trust that the seeds of abundance you've planted will come to fruition in God's perfect timing. Patience is a key part of living in abundance, as it allows you to remain hopeful and expectant, even when you don't see immediate results. Know that every prayer, every act of faith, and every step of obedience is bringing you closer to the overflowing abundance that God has promised. Gratitude is the gateway to a life filled with blessings. It's the key that unlocks the door to abundance and joy. When you live with a grateful heart, you open yourself up to receive more of what God has in store for you. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, from what's wrong to what's right. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, everything becomes clearer, brighter, and more hopeful. By expressing gratitude for even the smallest blessings, you set the stage for even greater blessings to flow into your life. As you reach the end of this journey, take a moment to reflect on everything you've learned. Are you ready to take action and apply this knowledge to transform your life? Remember, real change begins with a single decision: your decision to embrace abundance, live with gratitude, and walk in faith. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. The power to change your life is in your hands, but it's up to you to use it. So, what's holding you back? Are you ready to step into the life you've always dreamed of? If you're serious about making a change, don't stop here. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more life-changing insights. Your journey is just beginning, and there's so much more to discover. Whether it's learning new strategies, deepening your faith, or finding the motivation to keep going, this channel is your go-to resource for personal growth and spiritual empowerment. Join our community of like-minded individuals who are all on the path to a richer, more fulfilling life. But remember, knowledge without action is useless. Don't just watch, do. Take what you've learned and start implementing it today. Reflect on your goals, make a plan, and commit to taking consistent steps toward the life you deserve. And as you move forward, stay connected with us, because we're here to support you every step of the way. The next chapter of your life is waiting to be written, and it's going to be your best one yet. So, what are you waiting for? Take the leap and let's grow together. Your future self will thank you.